everyone. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at .NET Core. We're going to look at the basic components of .NET Core, and we'll look at how you can install it and get going with it right away. So let's go ahead and get started. So what is .NET Core? .NET Core is an open source software development platform developed by Microsoft. It is in conjunction with the .NET framework, although it's a bit different in that it supports cross-platform development. So it supports development on Windows, the Mac OS, and Linux. So this is a radical departure for Microsoft from previous .NET products that only ran on Windows. But with .NET Core, you can run on all three platforms. You can build console programs, services, websites, and desktop applications. However, you can only develop desktop applications for Windows right now. So it's the only platform that supports that desktop Windows type of development. However, this may change in the future, and as of the recording of this, the current version of .NET Core is 3.0. So it supports three different languages. It supports the C# language, which is the major language that is used by Microsoft. It supports F# and Visual Basic. So let's take a brief look at the .NET Core architecture. .NET Core runs on top of the .NET Standard Library along with the common infrastructure of compilers, languages, and runtime. You'll notice that there are three blocks across the top: the .NET Framework, .NET Core, and Xamarin. Currently, .NET Core and .NET are being developed on a concurrent basis, but as of .NET 5.0, they will merge those two code bases into one product. So .NET Core will take over and is really the future of .NET. Xamarin exists for forms development and for mobile development. So I'm not sure what the future leads for Xamarin, but right now the three major components that sit on top of the .NET Standard Library are the .NET Framework, .NET Core, and Xamarin. So in this lesson, we're going to look at how to install the .NET Core development framework and write your first program. So where can you get .NET Core? You can go out to .net.microsoft.com/download, and you'll have the various versions of .NET Core that you can download. So let's go ahead and go on out to that website. Let's do the install and write our first program. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and install .NET Core. So the first thing I'm going to do is go out to .net.microsoft.com/downloads. So here we are, and now I'm going to scroll on down, and if you'll look, we're going to go ahead and install the .NET Core SDK, and this is the 3.0 version, and we're going to install the SDK because we're going to write some software. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll wait for it to download. And there we have it. So now I'm going to go ahead and navigate to my file. It's just finishing up the download here for just a second. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and launch the SDK installer, and we'll go ahead and run through the installation process. One of the things I really like about .NET Core is the installation is very quick and easy to do. So I'm going to go ahead and kick off the installer. And I simply am going to take the default options for this and let it go ahead and install. And it takes just a second here for this to install. I have a pretty decent machine here. And it's just about finished. And once we finish it, then I'll show you how to open it up and verify what version you have installed, and we'll write a simple hello world program, which is usually the first step in any language. So here we go. It's done, and I'm going to go ahead and restart this machine to make sure that everything, all the install variables, particularly those for the command line, take place. So I'll go ahead and pause the video here, and I'll restart the machine, and I'll show you how you can test this out, and then we'll go ahead and write our first program. Okay, now that the computer is restarted, I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can check the version. So let's go ahead and open up a command prompt. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change to my projects directory that I usually use for storing all of my code snippets. And I'm going to create a directory called hello. All right, I'm going to go ahead and change to that directory. Here we go. And so now to verify that .NET is installed and and to see what version we have installed, I can issue the .NET -- version command. And you can see now that I have 3.0.101 installed. So now I'm going to go ahead and create a console program, and I'm going to use the command .NET new console. And that will create a stub of a program for me here. I'll go ahead and kick this off, and it'll take just a second. And we'll take a look at this. So you can see that the restore succeeded, and it created a number of files for us. It created a project file, an object directory, and a program.cs. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. And we'll see our expected hello world. So it's compiling the program right now. It runs and kicks it off, and we see hello world. So let's go ahead and take a look at the code. So I'm going to bring up Notepad and edit program.cs. So we'll make just a simple change to this. So now you'll see the stub here of our C# program. I'll center this so we can get a little bit better look at this. And I'm just going to make a simple change to this. So in our console.writeLine statement, I'm going to add my name is Eric. I'll go ahead and save this. Don't forget to save this or it won't take effect. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my up arrow here and just arrow back to the .NET run command. And there we have it. So I've now installed .NET Core. I've made a simple change with this. And in the next video, I'll show you how to edit this code and maintain it with Visual Studio Code. It's a lot better than using Notepad for this. But that's it for right now. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up. In summary, .NET Core is a flexible, lightweight development environment. You saw the install, and I didn't even have to speed up the video like I normally do on installation videos. .NET Core is open source, so there's an active development community supporting .NET Core and contributing features to the Microsoft product. It supports the 3 major operating systems in use today, and I really like that, so you can develop on Mac or Linux or Windows. And .NET Core is really the future for Microsoft.NET. As of .NET 5, .NET Core and .NET Streams will merge, and .NET Core will be the product moving forward. Well, that's really it for this lesson. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye. Thank you for your interest in this video. If you like the content, please click the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks again. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.